kept your heart behind locked doors. Said it's safer if you don't feel more. But I waited on the outside, thinking maybe I could be the key. You looked at me like I was too much, like needing love was asking for too much. But I only wanted to give you what you kept from me, the me. And I bent till I broke, tried to hold what you let go. Every word a different version of the truth you wouldn't show. Why couldn't you let me love you? I wasn't asking you to change, just to let me be the one who stayed when everything got strange. I reached with both hands open, you turned your back so fast. I gave you all I had to give, but you never gave it back. Why couldn't you let me love you? You wore your distance like a crown, made it look like leaving with some kind of strength. But what's strong about walking out when I was just trying to stay? I memorized your silence, tried to read between the sides. You never said you needed me, but you never said goodbye. So I stayed in your shadows, hoping love would find a light. But you can't heal someone who won't even try. Why couldn't you let me love you? Was it that hard to believe that someone saw your damage and still chose not to leave? I begged for just a moment, you gave me half a breath. Now I'm the one who's bleeding for loving you to death. Why couldn't you let me love you? I never asked for perfect, just something I could hold. But every time I reached for you, you let the moment go. I would've stayed through all the mess, I didn't need you fixed. But maybe loving someone else was never on your list. Why couldn't you let me love you? Why did I have to break just to learn I can't force someone to choose the love they take? You move on like I was nothing, but I'll carry every scar. You were the one I waited for, but you never got that far. So why couldn't you? Why couldn't you let me love you?
Held me when the night felt long, only called me when the light was gone. I was your whisper in a crowded room, but you never said my name like it meant the truth. You let me stay just close enough to feel, but never close enough to think it's real. You smiled like you were made of glass, and I still prayed that we could last. But you crave me love, you never left you, never let me all the way in. I gave you more than just a maybe, you gave me less than could have been. I would've carried every sorrow if you just reached out your hand. But you were always halfway gone, and I was just trying to understand why you never let me love you. Told me ones that you don't believe their hearts can heal. Well, lovers leave without tearing pieces from your chest, but I never asked you to forget the rest. All need to be the start of something that could mend your heart. But fear held tighter than I could. You let go before I would, and you never let me love you. Never let the edges break. You kept me in your quiet world, but never let me stay. I could have been your soft place, the one you never had, but you were always looking back, too afraid to trust the path. So you never let me love you. So you never let me love. Now I walk the roads we never took, write your name in every empty hook of songs that ache and songs that miss all the love you wouldn't miss. You don't know what you turned away, but I feel it every single day. You were the wound I couldn't close, the almost I still hold the most. You never let me love you, and maybe you never will, but I would've loved you soft and slow. The hounding dog is slow, the kind that lingers still. You only saw the breaking, I only saw the light, and I would've loved you and knowing you'd say goodbye, but you never let me love you, and now I know you never tried.
You show up when it's easy, disappear when it's not. I've memorized your patterns, still prayed you'd be someone you're not. I picked up every broken piece, even when you cut my hands. You said you're better off alone, but I don't think you understand. You said don't wait, but I still stayed. Tried to pretend it didn't hurt every day, and I hate how you smile like you don't even know that I would have died just to keep you close. Why won't you let me love you? Why'd you run when I got near? You say I feel too much, well at least I feel something real. You never even look back, not once, not even when I broke. You want the fire without the burn, but love doesn't work that way, no. Why won't you let me love you? You said timing wasn't right, but you made time for her. I swallowed every question till the truth just started to hurt. You left me reading messages like I missed some hidden clue, but the only crime I'm guilty of is giving all of me to you. You said don't cry, but I still did. You never stayed long enough to admit that maybe I meant more than just a face. But now I'm just someone you erase. Why won't you let me love you? Why'd you run when I got near? You say I feel too much, well at least I feel something real. You never even looked back, not once, not even when I broke. damn loud, but you chose the kind of silence that makes your heart beat proud. You shut the door I left wide open and blamed me for the cold. I would have held your soul like glass, but you just let me go. Why won't you let me love you? Why was that too much to give? You wanted all the benefits, but never let me in. Now I'm just a song you'll never hear, a voice you'll learn to miss. You'll chase 100 faces, but you'll never feel like this. So won't you let me love you, love you? But I need you to let me. We drove past the lake where your dad taught you how to swim. You laughed like you weren't aching, but your eyes gave you away again. You let me trace the bruises time left on your soul, but only till it hurt too much, then you let me go. I learned your favorite songs, even the ones you swore you hated. And I told myself you'd come around, I just had to be patient. I stayed when the sky turned red, you pushed the world aside. The love can't survive on halfway hearts and pride. And I would have taken every version of you, even the one who forgot how to feel. But you made me a chapter you skipped when I was trying to be real. Why wouldn't you let love you, when I knew how you liked your words soft and your truth quieter? I could have held you in your worst, but you ran before I got the chance to. So was it I didn't ask for perfect, I asked for truth. So I love you, so why wouldn't you let me love you? There's a picture in my phone I haven't looked at in a year. I said that roadside diner, you half smile, I'd disappear. I think I knew that you were miles away, but I folded into you anyway. You used to twist my hair between your fingers when you couldn't sleep. I held the part of you no one else could keep, but I was always the girl in your rearview dreams, a ghost you touched when it was safe to leave a train, a home in the coldest part of you. Built fires from things I couldn't prove, but I was never someone you chose, just someone who saw you through. Why wouldn't you let me love you? And I memorized your walls just to find a way in. You said you were ready yet, but you were ready to pretend. I would've stayed to pretend. I would've stayed through every storm you warned me of. But you never gave me the room to. I know what I felt, I know what it was. So why wouldn't you look the day you did, waiting for the day you'd say my name again? And then how was your almost? You're almost brave. You were the lesson I kept loving anyway. You don't have to say you're sorry, I don't need the words. Just wish you hadn't left me with all this hurt. Why wouldn't won't you let me love you? When I saw the good in you before you.
He tells you what you wanna hear, then disappears when you need him most. I see it in your tired eyes, you're hanging on but barely close. You laugh like you're okay again, but girl, you don't fool me at all. I hear the way you say you're fine while you're waiting for his call. And I know I'm just the friend, the one who's always there at the end. But I swear, if you gave me one chance, I'd never let you feel like second best. Let me love you like you never even tried. I'd never make you question if you're enough or worth the fight. I'd hold your hurt without flinching. You never have to chase my time. Let me love you, you deserve more than getting by. You talk like it's your fault again, like loving him was some mistake. But you don't have to shrink yourself just so someone else can feel okay. I've seen your strength, I've seen your light, and how it fades when he's around. But if I were in his place, I'd build you up, not break you down. So tell me, what are you afraid of? Is it that real love won't hurt enough? 'Cause I'd rather be your safest place than someone who just takes and walks away. Let me love you like you never learned how to do. I show you every single day that the pain's not something love puts you through. No more nights where you're left guessing if your heart's too much to hold. Let me love you, I give you what he never showed. You keep hoping he might change, but baby, people don't when it's too late. I never leave you in the dark, I never make you beg for space. You don't need to fix what's broken, you need someone who sees you golden. And I've been standing right here, hoping you'll finally hear. Let me love you like you're the only thing I know. Like your scars make you more beautiful than something you have to outgrow. No more holding back your fight, no more biting down your truth. Let me love you, you've got nothing left to prove. So let me love you. I still check my phone like you might call, even though you don't anymore. I rehearse the things I never said to the space where you stood before. And I see your name in strangers' eyes, it hits me like it always does. I lost you in 1,000 ways, but never felt it was enough. You're not here, but you're not gone. Still feel you when I'm all alone. You slipped right through my hands like air, but I still reach for you like you're there. So why won't you let me love you, even if it's just pretend? I'd hold the pieces of your past if it meant you feel whole again. You don't have to stay forever, just don't fade without a trace. If I can't have your heartbeat, then let me have your name. Why won't you let me love you? even this way. I drive by places we never went, trying to build new memories, but every street feels haunted by the things you wouldn't need. I know you never promised much, but I still gave you all of me. Now I'm stuck between your goodbye and what I wanted us to be. You're the light that never stays, the wish I make but never say. You left without a real goodbye, but you still live in every why. So I want you let me love you, even if it's not the same. I'd take the part that's breaking if it made you feel safe. You don't have to meet me halfway, just don't push me out again. If I can't hold your body, let me hold the pain. Why won't you let me love you in any way? I'd rather have your ghost than nothing at all. I'd rather feel the ache than watch us fall. If this the only version left of us that I can touch, then I'll love the shadow, because I can't stop this love. So let me love you, even if you're not really here. Let me believe I still matter, even if it's just a tear. I know I'm chasing pieces of someone I once knew, but if all I get is almost, then let me love that too. Please, let me love you, even if I have to lose. You kept your heart behind a door, cracked just wide enough to see the floor. And I waited in the hallway light, hoping you'd pull me in some that you spoke like love was just a dream. A quiet ghost you never seen, but I saw it in the way you stared, like you were hoping someone cared. But you never let me love you, you never let me close enough to stay. I reach for all the parts you hid, you always looked the other way. I would've walked through every shadow if you'd have let me take the weight. But you were scared of something real, so you pushed my heart away. And you never let me love you. I learned your fears, I knew your fight. I watched you leave most every night, not with your feet but with your mind. I'd hold your hand, you'd run inside. I'd try to build a quiet space, a home inside your hardest days. But walls don't fall, but let them know. And you never let me love you, you kept your distance, dressed as doubt. I gave you truth, I gave you time, but you kept finding your way out. I wasn't asking for forever, just for now, and maybe more. But you closed the door so gently, like you'd done this all before. No, you never let me love you. Maybe you thought you'd break me if you let me see the scars. But darling, love was never clean, and I would've kissed them like art. I would've stayed, I would've tried, I would've held the hurting tight. But you were never standing still long enough to say goodbye. So now I sing what I can't change, a song for all you wouldn't do. You'll never know the way it felt to give my whole heart straight to you. And if someday you feel the ache of what you lost and never knew, I hope you find some kind of peace, but I hope you miss me too. 'Cause you never let me love you, and I always wanted to.